Two couples are going head-to-head, turning their homes into full working restaurants for one night only to win a fantastic prize. A huge undertaking for professionals, let alone first-timers.
So what are we thinking here? The plate with each of the 5 flavours, and they were almost a little quiz. They have to kind of guess.
The ideas have been coming thick and fast, but with just 32 hours until the restaurants open, it's time to make some decisions.
So the traditional thali is just going to be for the main meals.
Having decided to cook homemade dishes, sisters Kajal and Amisha are drawing on their Asian heritage. To allow the flavours of their Indian cuisine to develop and to get ahead of schedule, they've already started cooking.
This is just the base for the masala for when I cook the chicken in. I think it is part of Indian culture, serving food to large numbers of people. That's the ethos in Indian culture, that, you know, they never leave your house hungry.
The girls have also roped mum and younger sister in to help prepare the samosa starter, while they try to work out how many bowls they'll need to serve the set menu to 24 diners.
The dal. Each diner needs 6 bowls, so it's times 6, that's 72.
We are going to be short, aren't we?
Yes.
With just £300 to buy everything for their restaurant, Amisha hunts for a bargain.
Oh, hi there. I just wanted to know, do you have any steel bowls you would put in a thali? About 47? Yes, yeah. 30 pence to high. Yes, we're working on a budget here. Lovely. Thank you. Bye-bye. He said he'll sort it out for
OK,
us.
for 15p?
Yes.
Oh, brilliant. OK, that's good. Love it when a plan comes together.
I always look for a bargain, you know. If you watch the pennies, the pounds just roll in.
In North London, health food lovers Stefan and Bonnie are busy turning their living room into a restaurant. And by the sound of it, the evening should be very educational.
We're hoping to see if we can get a volunteer for a tongue diagnosis, so they pop the tongue out, feel the pulse, and give them some health information, some health advice based on that.
Diners sticking their tongues out in a restaurant. Lovely idea.
In Chinese medicine, we say the tongue is the only internal organ you can see from the outside. So it's a bit like kind of doing like a whole body scan for us.
By the end of the day, both couples must finalise their menu, ready to reveal it to their opposition when they meet for the first time. So Stefan and Bonnie must now decide how many diners they plan to serve.
So we're committing to 14 people. So you're OK with that, Bonnie, yeah?
I think 14 would be good.
Fantastic.
OK. Looking at the budget, it would be possible to cater for quite a lot more people than we have. I'm not sure whether the decisions that we've made will have made it difficult for us to win or not, but I do still definitely want to win. I always want to win. I'm competitive like that.
With their menu written, the Chinese medicine experts head off to meet their competition for the very first time. But they're now worried about their opposition's diner numbers.
If it's like 20 or something, I'm not bothered, because I think we can beat that. If it's like 30, say, that's going to be hard, because we'll have to literally get twice as much per head.
I don't think I'm worried as to how much diners they might have. I think it's not going to be more than us.
Well, if they're 20, that's quite close competition, isn't it?
Yeah.
Time for the arch rivals to meet face to face.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Bonnie.
Hi, Bonnie, Gajal.
And it's straight down to business.
The thing that was hard to decide is, you know, whether to offer lots of options. We thought we had to, really, otherwise if somebody doesn't like what you're doing, it's difficult. So a tofu starter, so like a vegetarian starter, then raw fish.
I personally don't like tofu, so that would be a no-no. Not a big fan of raw fish.
And the main course is a salad or the game venison tagine.
I'm a vegetarian, so for me, you know, it's a little bit limited.
And we're going to be serving, hopefully, 14 people.
The number of diners we will be serving is 24 in 2 sittings.
They've got 10 more diners than us, so they've got 10 more people paying money than we have.
Yes, we've got 24 payers.
That's 10 more.
10 more payers.
So that's, you know, that's a real danger, that's a real risk.
For starters, we're going to have vegetable samosas. And for our main, we're going to have a thali, which is going to consist of a chicken curry, lamb curry, Bombay potatoes, chana dal, matar paneer.
They are cooking things which they're used to cooking. They're going to be really comfortable about cooking those foods, those dishes. They're going to knock them out and they're going to feel good about that.
Yeah.
Menus revealed, the couples try to dig for information on their competition.
You don't know who's going to contend.
Is venison quite an expensive meat?
I mean, all our ingredients are organic, and most of them are quite expensive.
Right.
If we went out and bought the meal that we're going to serve and alcohol, we would expect that it would cost somewhere between probably 130 to 160
Really?
quid.
Wow.
For two.
Wow, yeah.
So how would you say your cooking is? How good do you think you are?
Well, it's the cooking we've kind of been brought up on, and whatever we've learnt from our mum. So have you thought of anything interesting that you're planning to do tomorrow?
There's quite a lot on the theory of Chinese medicine about health and food and tastes and things. We're going to kind of make that a theme.
Yeah.
We're trying to think of some kind of fun way to get people to understand how food affects your health.
I would appreciate that the lecture of Chinese medicine if I'd gone to a college. I'm not too sure I would appreciate it, though, if I'd gone to somebody's house for an enjoyable dinner.
With Stefan and Bonnie having 10 fewer diners than their opposition, their confidence has been rocked.
If we get 35 quid a head, which I think we ought to, then we'd get 490 quid, which would mean that they would have to get £20.41 a head.
It's going to be tight.
It might be close.
As panic sets in, they reconsider their number of diners.
Well, listen, you're up to you. You decide whether you want to do 12, 14 or... we're doing 14, obviously.
Oh, the
Whether you want to do 14
pressure!
or 16.
The pressure, why do I have to decide?
I don't think we need to change anything, do you?
No, I think I'm quite happy with our menu, I think, and the number of diners. I think it's manageable.
After a long and busy day, Stefan and Bonnie still can't decide whether to increase their diner numbers.
I reckon we can probably handle it in the kitchen. If it feels like that's one step too far, then that's fine.
It's all very well for you to say because you're going to be in the kitchen, you're just making meals one after the other as and when I tell you. I have to actually deal with different groups of people at different times. I don't think I'll be able to do it.
OK, well then there's no question, then we don't do it.
For sisters Kajal and Amisha, though, everything's under control.
I've just mixed some coriander in this, a little.
Following their passion and using their specialist expertise, Stefan and Bonnie have decided to use the philosophy of Chinese medicine to create a food is health theme.
How do we convey, in a nice kind of friendly manner, the kind of food is medicine, Chinese energetics aspect?
I think we can write some of it down sort of with the menu.
Yeah.
To help their diners understand the concept, Stefan and Bonnie set about breaking down their menu into the 5 key taste sensations.
For us, the Chinese medicine concepts are, fundamental to how we live our lives and what we do, and often they come into Stefan's cooking.
So what are we thinking here? That this might be something we actually give to people on arrival, a plate with each of the 5 flavours, and they almost a little quiz. They have to kind of guess
We could
which
either
is which.
just do it as a quiz or give them information about each one and say these are categorised into the 5 of the different tastes.
Sounds wild. Coming up, Stefan loses his cool
Stupid, annoying things in the world.
when the couples meet, the knives are out.
Ours is going to be more like a restaurant.
For me, it's a little bit limited.
And the home restaurants open their doors to paying diners.
It's like paint stripping.
A bit of turmeric. I've put in some chili powder. I've put in some garam masala. If this was smell-o-vision, you would smell the lovely fragrance of the coriander. It smells lovely, doesn't it, Kajal? Delicious.
What are you feeling, love?
I don't know. You decide, Stefan, and we'll do what you say.
16.
I'm going back to my washing up.
Yeah, 16 it is.
It's taken hours of debate, but at last Stefan and Bonnie have settled on 16 diners, just 2 more than they originally planned.